Kevin Mitnick, probably the world's most famous computer hacker, and subsequently writer, public speaker, and security consultant, has succumbed to pancreatic cancer. He was 59. Born August 6, 1963, Kevin David Mitnick grew up immersed in the era of newly emerging phone and computer technology. And, boy, did it fascinate him. Kevin spent much of his youth tinkering with the latest tech, gathering with fellow phone freaks over pizza to talk about their latest landline pranks as the originators of what was soon to become cyber-social engineering. As Kevin grew from a teenager to a young man, so too did his knowledge of phones, computers, and programming, as well as his bravado to gain unauthorized access to the sensitive information they stored. By the late 80s and throughout the early 90s, Kevin landed himself at the top of the FBI's most wanted list for hacking into dozens of major corporations just to see if he could. But contrary to the dark, lowbrow cybercriminal the media and law enforcement portrayed him as, Kevin's breaches were never meant for financial gain or harm. They were always about the adventure, the adrenaline rush. Kevin was a trophy hunter, a pursuer of big, shiny prizes merely to prove he could win. And let's not forget the sheer humor of outwitting all things establishment and arrogant tech heads. But unauthorized access is still unauthorized access, regardless of ill will. For 3 years, Kevin went on the run, using false identities and fleeing from city to city to resist arrest until cornered in a final showdown with the feds, who would stop at nothing to bring him down. In 1995, he was finally forced to serve 5 years of hard time by those who feared the extent of his digital power. Tributes have poured in from around the world following the announcement of his death this week. "We've lost a true pioneer of the digital world, Kevin Mitnick," said Chris Weissapel, a former member of the L0PHT team and today an InfoSec CTO. His ingenuity challenged systems, incited dialogues, and pushed boundaries in cybersecurity. He will remain a testament to the uncharted power of curiosity. Kevin's wife Kimberly, who is pregnant with their son, said, "Till we see each other again, I know you are here with me. I hear your voice. Our son will know you, and I am convinced he will be a mini you. I am grateful we have so many friends all over the world who will teach our son how to hack and more importantly who the real Kevin Mitnick was." Mitnick was sometimes known as the Ghost in the Wires after his book of the same name, and was an early celebrity in the area of computer security, as well as a sometime Register contributor. We could hardly introduce him better than he could himself. 20 years ago, we recommended his book The Art of Deception, and he generously permitted us to publish its unused autobiographical first chapter. As a teenager, Mitnick worked out how to obtain free travel on the bus system of the greater Los Angeles area in his native California, and later progressed to breaking into the computer systems of Digital Equipment Corporation and Pacific Bell. He served a number of jail sentences even before he made it onto the FBI's most wanted list. He was apprehended in 1998, and served about 3 years in prison, which he later referred to as a vacation. On his release, he was banned from using any form of computer for 3 years, and even lost his ham radio license, although after a legal battle he won that. Celebrated that he had his own line of merchandise, not that eBay was happy to sell some of it, and the highly imaginative movie Takedown was made about his pursuit and capture. Even his business card became well known. It is an embossed piece of metal that doubles as a lock-picking kit. That said, as a sometimes controversial character, he had some flaws. In his younger days, he became known for falling out with friends and retaliating using his computer security skills. While not necessarily a software or hardware wizard, he was a genius social engineer. Soon after his release he was allowed to use computers again, and used his know-how to trace a hoaxer making bomb threats, and with a sort of majestic inevitability, he became a target of cyber miscreants himself. During his final imprisonment, the Free Kevin movement became a rallying cry for a new generation of not only computer geeks, but digital rights activists. He successfully turned his notoriety into a consultancy career, advising companies